Imagine waking up and realizing that most of your daily decisions were made for you before you were even 8 years old. The way you respond to criticism, how much money you think you deserve, whether love feels safe or scary, these aren't random. They're subconscious scripts written long ago, quietly running in the background like invisible software. You keep changing your goals, your planners, your apps, but nothing sticks because the script underneath hasn't changed. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a practical, step-by-step protocol to rewrite those deep programs without relying on magical thinking or vague advice. You'll see exactly how subconscious scripts are formed, how to find your hidden ones, and how to methodically replace them. By the end, you'll have a 30-day process you can start tonight to shift how you think, feel, and act from the inside out, so change finally lasts. To rewrite subconscious scripts, you don't need to become a neuroscientist, but you do need a clear map. In this video, we'll build that map together. We'll cover what subconscious scripts actually are in brain terms, how they get installed in childhood, how they secretly drive your relationships, money, and self-worth, and then the exact protocol to change them using awareness, nervous system regulation, language, and visual rehearsal. This is designed to be practical, something you can integrate into real life, not just a feel-good idea. If you're serious about inner change, stay with me until the end, because I'll give you a simple 30-day plan and daily checklist you can screenshot. And if you find this kind of deep dive helpful, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss the upcoming videos that build on this protocol and support you as you implement it. Let's start with a clean definition. A subconscious script is a repeated pattern of thought, emotion, and behavior that runs automatically, usually outside your awareness. In brain terms, it's a well-worn neural pathway, wired through repetition and emotion. The brain loves efficiency, so anything you repeat, "I'm not good enough," "money is dangerous," "conflict means abandonment," gets turned into an automatic program to save energy. These scripts live in networks involving the basal ganglia, emotional centers like the amygdala, and associations stored in memory systems. Once installed, they fire faster than conscious thought. That's why, even when you know better, you might still sabotage opportunities, shut down in intimacy, or procrastinate on important work. The goal of this protocol is not to fight these scripts with willpower, but to first bring them into awareness, then gradually weaken the old pathways while strengthening new, healthier ones through neuroplasticity. Most of your powerful scripts were written before you had adult logic. From roughly 0 to 7, your brain spends a lot of time in slower theta brainwave states, highly impressionable like hypnosis. You absorbed emotional tones, body language, and repeated messages from caregivers, culture, religion, school, not just what people said, but what their nervous systems communicated. Tension around money, fear around conflict, shame around needs. If, as a child, you felt loved mainly when you were helpful or quiet, you may carry a script: "My needs are a burden." If anger in the house led to withdrawal or punishment, you might have: "Expressing anger is dangerous." These scripts were intelligent adaptations at the time. They kept you safe or connected. As an adult, though, they distort reality. The protocol will build respects that those patterns once protected you, and will focus on updating them rather than attacking or shaming them. Before you can rewrite a script, you have to catch it in the wild. The easiest way is to track your recurring emotional triggers. Over the next week, notice: when do you feel a disproportionate reaction? Anxiety, shame, rage, freezing compared to what just happened? For each trigger, ask 3 questions and write the answers down. 1. What happened objectively? 2. What meaning did I instantly give it? 3. What did I feel in my body? That automatic meaning is your script speaking. For example, someone not texting back might instantly mean, "I'm not important." A raised eyebrow from your boss might equal, "I'm failing." Don't argue with the script yet. Just observe, log patterns, and get curious. After a few days, you'll start hearing the same sentence stems: "I always," "people never," "I can't." Those repeating lines are the raw material we're going to rewrite. Now we turn those observations into explicit scripts. Look at your trigger journal and extract the core beliefs underneath. They usually sound global and absolute. Examples: I'm too much. I'm invisible. Love always ends. I can't trust myself. If I succeed, I'll lose people. Write each one as a clean sentence on its own line. Next, ask, when did I first feel this? Let your mind drift to early memories, even vague impressions. You might land on a classroom humiliation, a parent's criticism, a breakup, or just a general atmosphere. You don't need perfect accuracy. You're mapping emotional origins. Then, crucially, add a compassionate reframe underneath each. This belief formed to protect me when. This step shifts you out of shame and into partnership with your psyche. We're not attacking the script, we're acknowledging why it exists, which calms the defensive part of your brain that resists change. Subconscious scripts are glued in place by your nervous system, not just by words. If your body is in fight, flight, or freeze, no amount of clever affirmations will land. So, step 1 of the protocol, whenever a script is activated, regulate first. Here's a simple sequence you can use in under 2 minutes. 1. Orient. Look around the room and name 5 neutral objects. This tells your nervous system, I'm here, I'm safe enough. 2. Breathe. Inhale through the nose for 4. Exhale through the mouth for 6 to 8, emphasizing the exhale to activate the parasympathetic response. 3. Feel. Place a hand on your chest or belly and gently name the sensations, tight, hot, buzzing, without trying to change them. This moves you from being inside the reaction to witnessing it. Once your body is at least a bit calmer, your brain becomes plastic and receptive enough to begin updating the script. With the body calmer, we rewrite the language of the script. The mistake most people make is jumping to unrealistic affirmations their nervous system doesn't believe. Instead, we use bridge statements, upgrades that are believable enough to practice. Start with your original script, like, I always mess things up. Then create 3 levels. Level 1, neutral awareness. I notice I often assume I'll mess things up. Level 2, possibility. It's possible I'm learning and sometimes do things well. Level 3, emerging identity. More and more I handle things competently even when I feel unsure. Speak these slowly, out loud if you can, right after your regulation exercise while imagining a recent situation. The key is repetition plus emotional safety, not perfection. Over time, your brain starts tagging the new phrasing as familiar, and familiar feels true. That's how you smuggle new beliefs into the subconscious. Language alone is powerful, but the subconscious speaks in images and emotion. That's where imaginal rehearsal comes in. After your bridge statements, close your eyes and replay a recent triggering scenario, but this time, insert your upgraded script. See yourself walking into the meeting, sending the message, setting the boundary, while feeling a 5 out of 10 sense of calm capability. Not superhero confidence, just grounded enough. Engage all senses, what the room smells like, what you're wearing, how your voice sounds. Then watch the scene unfold with you choosing one small different behavior aligned with the new script. The brain doesn't perfectly distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. You're literally wiring new neural pathways. Keep these scenes short, 30 to 60 seconds, but repeat them daily. Many people notice that the imagined version starts to bleed into real life, making new choices feel strangely familiar and doable. To make this protocol stick, we turn it into a daily practice. Here's a simple 15-minute routine you can follow for at least 30 days. Step 1, 2 minutes. Quick trigger review, skim your journal, or recall one situation from the last 24 hours where an old script fired. Step 2, 3 minutes. Nervous system regulation, orienting, extended exhale breathing, and naming sensations. Step 3, 5 minutes. Bridge statements. Slowly reading or speaking your upgraded lines, really letting the words land in your body. Step 4, 5 minutes. Imaginal rehearsal. Running 1 or 2 short scenes where you embody the new script in action. Optional. End with a 1-sentence intention for tomorrow, like, tomorrow I'll practice my needs matter by asking for clarification once. Consistency beats intensity. Tiny, repeated updates signal to your brain that this new pattern is the new normal, and the old script starts to feel outdated. Some subconscious scripts are tangled with deeper pain, attachment wounds, trauma, ongoing unsafe situations. For those, this self-guided protocol is helpful but not always sufficient. A crucial skill here is differentiating between a limiting script and an accurate signal. For example, "I'm unlovable" is a script, but "I feel unsafe around this person who disrespects my boundaries" might be accurate data. Rewriting shouldn't mean gaslighting yourself. When intense reactions keep hijacking you or memories feel overwhelming, that's a sign to bring in support. Therapy, somatic work, trauma-informed coaches. You can still use this protocol between sessions as integration work. Also, give yourself permission to go slower. For heavily loaded scripts, your first bridge statement might be as gentle as, "Right now I'm open to the possibility that my worth isn't defined by this moment. Safety first, speed later." As you practice, you'll notice resistance, fatigue, boredom, voices saying, "This is pointless," or even spikes of anxiety when you imagine a new way of being. That's not failure, that's your existing script defending its job. Remember, these patterns were built to keep you safe according to old data. When you feel resistance, pause and name it as a protective part. "A part of me is scared to change because..." Then regulate, breathe, feel your body, maybe stand up and shake out your arms or stretch. After that, shrink the practice, shorten your imaginal scene, choose an easier scenario, or soften the bridge statement. The mantra here is, make it so easy your nervous system doesn't freak out. Progress often looks like tiny, almost boring shifts that compound over weeks, not dramatic overnight transformations. Let's walk through a concrete example using the full protocol. Say your script is, "If I set boundaries, people will leave." Step 1, awareness. You notice that whenever you consider saying no, your chest tightens and you immediately imagine being rejected. Step 2, mapping. You recall childhood memories where saying no led to anger or silent treatment. You write, "This belief formed to keep me connected when I was little." Step 3, regulation. You orient, breathe with a long exhale, and place a hand on your chest. Step 4, bridge statements. "I learned to fear boundaries for good reasons. It's possible that healthy people can respect my limits. More and more, I can say no and still be cared for." Step 5, imaginal rehearsal. You picture a small scenario, telling a friend you can't hang out this weekend, and imagine them responding neutrally or kindly. Repeating this daily slowly updates your internal prediction about what boundaries lead to. Let's distill this into clear takeaways. First, subconscious scripts are not mysterious curses. They're learned patterns of thought, feeling, and behavior wired through repetition and strong emotion, often in childhood. Second, you can't outthink a script while your nervous system is in survival mode. Regulation is non-negotiable. Third, awareness is power. Tracking triggers and naming the belief underneath gives you something specific to work with. Fourth, believable bridge statements beat unrealistic affirmations. They sneak new possibilities past your internal lie detector. Fifth, imaginal rehearsal uses your brain's own wiring to make new behaviors feel familiar before you ever do them. And finally, consistency matters more than intensity. 10 to 15 minutes a day for 30 days will beat a single epic journaling session. You are not broken, you're patterned, and patterns can be updated with patience, precision, and compassion. If this protocol resonated with you, don't just file it away as interesting. Pick one script you identified while watching and commit to working with it for the next 30 days. Set a daily 15-minute reminder for your routine. Quick trigger review, regulation, bridge statements, imaginal rehearsal. In the comments, you're welcome to share your chosen script and, if you like, your first draft of a bridge statement, both to claim it for yourself and to inspire others. If you want more structured support, I'll link a printable checklist and example scripts in the description. And if you'd like to keep deepening this work, subscribe and hit the bell so you'll see upcoming videos on nervous system tools, attachment patterns, and identity level change that build directly on this protocol. Your subconscious has been rehearsing the old story for years. Today can be the day you start rehearsing a new one.